Circle of Security Parenting is an 8-week evidence-based parenting class that focuses on the relationship between the caregiver and the child. We know from research that children thrive when they have a relationship with their caregiver that supports them as they go out into their world and explore, and also as they come back into them for support.
Circle of Security changed our parenting because we focus more on what our kids are needing from us. If they're having a meltdown, instead of just reacting to it, we try to take a step back and see where on the circle, what needs to be met. We also look at some of the other moments we missed because we weren't delighting in them as we learned how to do in the Circle of Security class.
All behavior has meaning. As parents, when we see our children struggling, sometimes that can cause us what they call shark music, and we have a reaction to what they're needing. Circle of Security gives us an opportunity as parents to really figure out what the behavior is telling us and then figure out what we need to do to meet that child's social emotional need.
The biggest change, I think, during the class, there were a few different things that really stood out to me. One was about shark music, just understanding what sets yourself off in different situations. I think that helped. I think also just knowing the top and the bottom of the circles better. Just really stuff that you kind of take for granted and don't really think is anything that is important, but when you go through this class you realize it's very important. Our kids love Legos. They play with Legos all the time. They're building incredible things. Just taking 30 seconds to just say, oh man, that's awesome, you know, one of our sons, and you just could see in his eyes that, okay, you know, he's just saying how good a job I did on this has really changed his mindset.
It's an effective model that provides some prevention and intervention services very early in life for not only the child but their caregivers, which then reduces the need for costly interventions later in life, such as therapeutic services, special education services, and youth rehabilitative programs. So investing early just makes sense.
It's really important that we continue to get support for Circle of Security Parenting in Nebraska because our evaluation data is very clear that parents overwhelmingly love this class. 95% of parents are satisfied with the class. Parents are changing their parenting behaviors in ways that are significant, statistically significant, you know, not just anecdotally significant. We have data that shows this. We see parents that report lower levels of stress related to parenting at the end of a class than they had at the beginning of the class. That tells us there's something that's happening in this class that is affecting the family dynamics beyond the class.
I would tell other parents who are interested in taking Circle of Security Parenting to take this class and not hesitate. Just say yes and join and keep an open mind, because what you'll learn can change everything, and for me it did. It changed everything in my life and in my parenting, and it gave me a whole new perspective on how to parent, new approaches. Circle of Security Parenting couldn't have been a better experience, and it couldn't have come at a better time in my life as I was struggling and recognizing that I was struggling.
Parenting is hard. As parents, we all struggle to figure out what our children are needing from us. Circle of Security Parenting really gives us a lens to slow down and think about what their child's behavior is telling them, and think about how they want to respond to meet their child's social emotional needs.
The wonderful thing about the Circle of Security Parenting model is that every child and every family can benefit from it. So my hope is that in 10 years, every child and family in our state will have received the benefits of the Circle of Security Parenting model, which in turn means we'll have stronger communities, better educational outcomes, and really strong citizens in our state.